My dear children, today I will tell you a wondrous story about a very special gateway, one that always exists within your very body and mind, yet few ever recognize it. That is the mind faculty, Kan, the silent observer that illumines everything, without judgment, without attachment, and without noise, like a clear mirror in the midst of life's ever-flowing river. In the Avatamsaka Sutra, the Flower Garland Sutra, the Buddha teaches, all phenomena arise from conditions and cease due to conditions, like illusions, like dreams, like images in a mirror. In the Majjhima Nikaya, middle-length discourses, he emphasizes, this body is not mine, not myself, not my true self. And in the Shurangama Sutra, the Buddha reveals profoundly, the non-dual knowing is right there in the 6 faculties, yet sentient beings mistake the faculties and their objects for the mind. These teachings are like torchlights illuminating the path, from deluded beings trapped in samsara to awakened ones walking freely in the world. Part 2. The Gateway of the I faculty. Do you know, children, that each day your eyes open to countless images? But where does that seeing come from? The eyes are like bulbs, receiving light and shapes. Eye consciousness merely knows this is a circle, that is a square, without judgment. But then mental consciousness enters and says, this circle is so beautiful, that square looks odd, and from there arises like, dislike, desire, aversion. Meanwhile, the mind faculty quietly knows the entire process, like someone watching a play unfold. Part 3. The Gateway of the Ear faculty. Our ears hear so many sounds each day, birds chirping, cars passing, your mother's call, friends laughing. The ear faculty receives the sounds. Ear consciousness distinguishes one sound from another. Mental consciousness enters and says, that voice is lovely, that noise is harsh, and from there arises like, dislike, desire, aversion. But the mind faculty witnesses it all, but does not follow any sound. It just knows. Part 4. The Gateway of the Nose faculty. Have you ever smelt the scent of cookies baking, or the harsh odor of car smoke? The nose faculty allows smells to enter. Nose consciousness differentiates this scent from that. Mental consciousness intervenes and says, this is pleasant, that is awful, and yet the mind faculty simply observes the presence of a smell. Then it fades, like a breeze drifting past. Part 5. The Gateway of the Tongue faculty. Our tongue tastes sweetness, sourness, saltiness, bitterness. Every dish offers a different experience. The tongue faculty contacts the flavors. Tongue consciousness knows this is sweet, that is spicy. Mental consciousness interjects, I love sweet, I hate spicy, and emotions arise. But the mind faculty gently notes it all. No judgment, no grasping, just knowing. Part 6. The Gateway of the Body faculty. This body constantly feels hot, cold, soft, hard, moment by moment. The body faculty is where sensations arise. Body consciousness reports hot, cold, pain, comfort. Then mental consciousness says,
I hate cold. I'm so tired from the pain. The mind faculty calmly observes there is a sensation. Then it passes, like clouds floating by. Part 7. The mind faculty, the mirror of true knowing. After the 5 sense faculties operate, the mind faculty is the one who observes them all. It is like a mirror, reflecting but never holding on. When you live in this mind faculty, you see everything clearly, yet you do not cling. You notice anger arise, but you don't become the angry one. You notice sadness arise, but you don't become I am sad. However, there is a subtle trap here. You may begin to think, this knowing is me. I am this clarity. But the Buddha taught, as long as there is a notion of I am knowing, then there is still a subject, an object, duality remains. Part 8. The unschooled knowing, light without a knower. Only when that knowing is no longer tied to a knower, and there is nothing left to be known, then the unlearned wisdom, ti vos, arises. This wisdom is not learned, it is not passed down, it does not rely on faculties, objects, or consciousness. At that point, there is no one who sees, there is nothing to be seen, there is no I and no phenomenon, only a light without words, natural, boundless, unborn, and undying. That is true liberation. Part 9. Conclusion. My dear children, the mind faculty is the bridge between the ordinary and the awakened. It is the doorway between a deluded mind and a luminous one. Dwell in the clear knowing like a mirror, then let go of even the mirror. Because only when there is no seer and nothing to be seen does the true light reveal itself. Namo Great Flower Adornment Sutra. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha.